Good evening. I'm really enjoying the Lego architecture series. So today we're going to follow up the Venice skyline we did a few days ago by doing London. The architecture series has a whole sub-series of these city skyline sets. So I chose to do London today because London is a beautiful and historic city. The model appears to have, well, let's actually go over there. Well, let's let's go over there and I'll show you what it's got. So this is the set we're building today. This is the Lego architecture version of London. It looks like it's got, not sure what that building on the left is. Well, actually, let's take a look at the history pages in the front of the manual. Okay, London was originally founded by the Romans. It developed to become one of the most powerful cities in the world. Interesting. It looks like we're going with the trans-clear tiles for the water as opposed to the blue that we had elsewhere. Interesting. So here's a picture of the city. You can see the famous London Bridge in the front. I'm just... Alright, so we have the National Gallery, which I think is that building that was on the left over here. Nelson's Column. We have Big Ben and the London Eye, which is it's the largest Ferris wheel. It was open for the millennium. It was originally built to be temporary, but it was popular, so they made it permanent. And of course, the Tower Bridge, the famous Bridge of London, which is so iconic. So let's go ahead and skip past these pages that are in foreign. The architecture books come in, they have sections in English, French, and Spanish before they start with the actual model. So here's where we start the model itself. Alright, let me switch over to the studio. Okay, we have our Lego Studio open. And let's go ahead and... I did the thing again where I preloaded the part list, so the parts will disappear as we use them. So we need to start with a 12 by 2. And all the architecture series have these beautiful shiny tiled black bases. I really like the classy black tiled bases that architecture uses, because it's really good for display and gives it a really nice, classy, clean look. I don't have too much to talk about tonight, so stream's going to be dark for a couple of days, unfortunately, because I got places to go, but I'm hoping to be back on Thursday. No, that's supposed to go. That's why it wasn't going flush. Yeah, that's how that's supposed to go. All right, we're good. So that's a 2 by 12. I'm also not saving every single step because, I mean, I'm not merging every single step because that's a waste of time to do that when I'm not actually going to need the instructions again once I complete the build. So each day I get a little bit better with the program each time I practice with one of these sets. Okay, we can have a little more than one piece per step here. No wonder these books are so thick. Alright, now here's another whole, here's a bit of a subsection we're doing now, so I need a 1x8. And then a 2x3. And then a 4x8. So yeah, there's I did a couple builds over the past couple of days off stream as well. Just because I want to keep practicing. The more I practice, the better I get with using the program. And maybe someday soon we'll start building our own little custom models. But when we do that, we won't be able to do preformed lists. We'll have to get those ourselves. We'll have to just pull from the master list. Okay, so that's interesting. Looks like the base isn't perfectly straight like it usually is with architecture. Does that look correct? Yeah, it looks like we're... Alright. I have to go back and see this. Alright, so that's in there. So now I need my other 2x12. And then another one of these. And one way to be a little more efficient is when I'm doing multiple of the same piece in a step, I can do copy paste like that. That's not a thing that I can really do, though, when there's multiple in a step. I mean, that's not really a thing I can do to save on efficiency when there's multiple pieces in a step. Let's see. So let's see, I need that piece for sure. And I know for sure this piece goes here. So with that in place, that tells me that this piece needs to slide under there like that. I think I lined that up correctly. All right. Oh, I see what this little back part is. That's going to be the base for holding up the Ferris wheel in the background. Because if I remember the picture correctly, let me just check my instructions real quick. But if I remember my picture correctly, the eye is behind everything else. Oh, good. Look, our first splash of color. Well, not really color. It's still gray. But we finally get something other than black for a little bit. Alright, we're going to keep on adding pieces until the project is done. That's the point of these Lego streams. And we'll see as the beautiful scene takes shape. And it looks like we're doing a little bit of a sub build real quick. Where's my 2x6? Right there. As you can see, pieces are already starting to disappear from the list as we use them. Which is going to make getting to the next pieces even more efficient than it already is. And then I need a tile. That piece didn't connect correctly. Glad to have fixed that. Wow, this is a long set. Alright, not sure what this little bit in the back is. Probably give it a little more room for one of the buildings. I'm already in tiles. Alright, I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do right here. Did I mess something up? No, that's supposed to be there. Oh, I see what's happening here. Sometimes it's harder to see how black tiles go in the instructions. The darker the pieces, the more they seem to run together in the instructions. That's what that little holdup was. Alright, we're already putting the tiling on the front of the base, so it looks like we'll be starting with the actual building soon. Alright, shoot. I was working on something earlier and forgot to turn off collision, but we're all good now. I repositioned that tile, so may as well do copy paste for a little more efficiency. Like that. And then we add the London tile. I did an architecture set off camera today, and it didn't come with its printed tile. I mean, the printed tile wasn't in the studio database. So it's hit or miss with some of the sets. Let me just see what happened. Alright, this is a good place to save, because we just finished the bottom portion of the base. So this was step 21. And when I save, I add another phase. Now let's keep building. Looks like now we're going to do the ground detailing. And then I need a 1x4 tile. Now, there's a lot of pieces on this step. Alright, I'm in tiles right now, so while I'm in tiles, let's get everything we need from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I also need the 2 of these. And then I need to come back up to plates. I need 1, 2, 4 different plates from the regular set. So I need to put that there. And then I need a 2x4. I still got those. And then I need... Sorry, I'm not talking much. I want to focus on doing this. Lego is fun, but it takes a lot of concentration. especially because the instructions are still monocolor. We're still working on the setup stuff right now. So I need that, and then I need a gray tile. And then we're going to take this chunk and put this over here. So a regular brick is 3 plates high in terms of height. That's basic Lego knowledge. Everyone knows that. Even somebody who's not really done much Lego before. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I need to do... Alright, we're in tiles. So I have 3 things that are in tile. Oh, that's a cool effect. I mean, obviously, you can't see the effect yet, but take a look as I put these tiles in. You'll see it's like layered pavement. That's a cool detail for in front of the first building. Alright. Alright, what was I doing? One, 2, 3, and 4 of those. Now we scroll back up to modified plates, or in order to get these 2 and 1 of these, drop it in right there, and then we still need to go into plates, and we need to get 1 of these and 2 of these. Alright. While we're in plates, I need another 2 of these, and then we need to go back to tiles. And for tiles, 2 1x1s and a 1x4. I think I see what they're doing here. That's going to be the back of the building on the left. And now we're going to come over here and focus in on this section real quick. And we're in tiles right now. What do I need from tiles? I need that one. And 2 of these. Oh, and also 2 more of these. Wow. I think we're making good progress. I'm not concerned with the time tonight. Depending on how this one, since I'm not going to be able to stream for a few days, I may even keep things going with a small set after this. We'll see how I feel when this one is done. It all depends on how long it takes to build this one. But since I have to stay up tonight to wait for my video to process anyway, I am going to I am gonna be doing more Legos for myself after stream. Maybe I'll look up the Star Wars battle packs, see if any of them look fun. Alright, back to tiles. And we get our first hint of water. I think these are supposed to represent fountains. Although it's on this back portion here, so I'm not sure. Okay. 2x1s. Where's my... Now we need to tile up the whole rest of this board. This is where Control V is going to come in handy and speed things up for us a little bit. Let's get all the vertically positioned ones first, and then we'll do all the horizontal ones to make the Control V a little more efficient. I miscounted something somewhere, obviously. All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Oh, shoot. You know what? We're going to switch to the horizontal ones, because that will tell me where I messed up. And these are the trans-clear plates that are going to represent water when this build is done. There's more horizontals than verticals, so I can keep the Control V's going. Okay, why is that not flush? No, it's flush. It is flush. It's just the way that the tiles appear, that transparent tiles appear in the studio. Confused me for a moment. You can already see they're producing some optical effects. They do render photorealistic, though, once I go into the photo rendering feature. I think that's one of the places where I messed up. All right. And now we get I still have one in the inventory, which means I missed one somewhere. Oh, that's where we missed one. All right. And so does it for the water tiles. Now we have have to fill in with the plates. We have a couple of water plates now. I have a feeling that's where the bridge is going to go. Alright, we're starting to build structure now, so with tiles and plates in place, this is a good place to save where we are. So we're on step 30. This was step 30 we just filled in. And I like to keep the different steps distinct. At least that's the way I'm doing things right now. And let's just see. We've used up 148 pieces so far, so we're about a third done with the model so far. It's long though, it's a foot long. Alright, now let's come into our bricks. There's not a lot of regular bricks in this build, it looks like. Everything is special bricks. That's cool. And of the basic bricks we get, we have two clear and one printed, and everything else is special bricks. And here's our first of the 2x. Here's our first sub build with the 2x. So we're gonna I used the wrong piece right there. I need this color. And then I need these curved pieces. And two of these. And it sits right on top of the water tiles like that. Alright, so it looks like we're actually doing the bridge right now. That's not what I want. Okay. Where's the other piece? There it is. No, that's not the one I pulled. That's not the one I clicked on. Oh, shoot. Am I missing the one I need? It appears to be missing a part. Hold on. We can fix this. It's not in the list either. Oh! I see what it's doing here. The part I was looking for doesn't exist. We need this pin to... That's what's going on here. Sorry about that. I just wasted a whole lot of time. So anyways, we need... I was commenting before how cool it is that architecture uses these these pieces in cool ways to represent abstracted miniature details. So not sure why it's not going in. I'm probably just not lining it up correctly. Okay, that one went in the hole just fine. Not sure why this other piece isn't. Let's try. Now if I pull this one out, does this one go in the hole then? Alright, why is one of them working but not the other one? Now it went in the hole. So I'm not sure what the difference was. But I think it's supposed to be all the way in. Let me see, what's the picture doing here? Okay, I can't tell what's going on in this picture. I also don't know why it's not going in. Let's just take these out for a minute and see see what happens if we just try and take this whole unit. And then that lines up there like that. And then this one should line up on this side the same way. And we're not going to worry about these little wrenches just yet. We wasted entirely too much time fighting with that uncooperative piece. If it's just a detailing bit, it's not worth worrying about. But if it's a structural bit, then we'll have to go back and figure it out later. And then we get some blank flag pieces that represent the bridge itself. Interesting. Now we got to build the actual towers. It says 2x, but thanks to the magic of Computer Studio, rather than physical, I only have to build it once, and then Control C. When you already have a piece in the field, sometimes it's more efficient to just Control C than it is to go back to the toolbox. So yeah, the bridge is coming along nicely for right now. Such an iconic bridge. You see how quickly we pulled off that step by using keyboard shortcuts. Not sure what that... All right, yeah. This is coming nicely. This whole unit, we need 2 of these. So we're going to drop them onto where we have the road going. Oh, that's cool. I like what they're doing with this. And then we have another 2 times thing going on. So another time-saving piece here. I like that blue color. That's a very pretty blue. And then we need to come here. Ah, there's another one of those tooth pieces. Actually, this isn't the same as the tooth pieces we used the other night. And now we add some more detailing on top of the towers. I put those in the wrong place, didn't I? Abort the teeth for a minute. I'm trying to figure out where I messed things up. Oy. Okay, I see where I messed things up. And it's going to be a pain to fix, I think. Alright, let's take this top piece off. And now I just need to carefully select everything on this side. Not the base plates, though. Alright, let's see the tiles look correctly placed and all that. So this needs to go back right where there. Okay then. I think we fixed it. So now if I take this unit and put it back on top, everything should line up properly. Yep. Okay, that was a little bit of a pain, but we got there. Now let's bring these tooth pieces back in, and now they place correctly. Nice little detailing bit. I know I've said before, but I really like with the architecture series how they use little abstracted shape pieces to make as much detail as possible in such a small form. Alright, now that that's fixed, let's keep rolling. London's Bridge is so iconic. I'm so glad it's one of the landmarks that they chose for this little city scene that they've designed. Interesting. Um, and another reason I'm doing London today is because we're going to stream a game about London coming up very soon on this channel. Okay. I like what they've done with this bridge. And it doesn't look like the wrench pieces are necessary, so we're not going to worry about those. Oh, they are necessary. Oof. They're very necessary, in fact. Hi. Alright, let's see what I can fix up here. Yeah, I don't think we're doing a bonus set. Not unless things pick up here a little bit. If I take this guy out, then will this guy go in? No, he still doesn't like to go in there. Well, I don't get it because the pin is in both sides. I can insert directly into the pin. So I'm not sure why it wasn't letting me do the other thing. We got the wrenches in on one side. And they actually need to be at an angle. Come back and do the same on this side. Maybe if I turn snap off. Still no. Let's put in the one that we know works though. Okay, that one's not working either. So let's take these guys out and it's raining right now outside where I am. Rain, of course, being something that London is famous for. So how appropriate. We were able to get the pin on the other side. Not sure why it's not letting us do it here. We're going to do a little surgery, I think. We're going to turn off collision and see if that helps. No, it's not really doing anything. Okay, well, if we can't get the wrenches in, then we can't get this fixed. Let's try refreshing the piece. Okay, it worked that time. Still can't get this side in, though. There we go. Doesn't want me. The other side, let me put it in if I took that off. Yeah, there we go. Now, well, let me put them back on. Yes. All right, that took entirely longer than I was planning for. Let's see, we were at 270. So now, same thing over here. Turn this out. All right. So tower tops are done. So now you'll see why this was all, why we had to do all that stupidity. It's because we need these Technicos pieces. And then we need to put this piece on top of it, on top of the hose. And now we got to do hose flexing. Before we do that, though, yeah, let's hang these pieces first, and then we can bring the hoses in. Hoses are such a pain to work with. But if I push that into the connector like that, as you can see, we make bridge supports. I'd say let's not even fight with them. It's okay if they're not perfectly straight, because these things are a pain to work with. And I don't want to waste too much more time on the bridge. I want to keep things moving with this stream tonight. So we'll connect up, we'll take the end, and plug it into the support. Same thing over here. Let's hang these. And now let's connect up our hoses. Did I lose a hose? Oof. All right. There we go. The missing hose has been restored. And there we go. The tower supports are connected. And it looks like the bridge is done. Let's go ahead and lower these a bit. Let's have the bridge down for purposes of the display. And there we go. Tower bridge is done. And this is a good place to make a save. So this will be called Bridge 58. Wow, we still have about 60 pages of instructions, but it only does like a step per page now, so. So now let's move on to, looks like we're doing the gallery next. Oh, that's true. When we finish this piece of the model, I'm going to need to do a bio break. Actually, scratch that. When we finish this step, I need to do a quick bio break. All right, I'll be back in 1 minute. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. That feels a lot. I feel much better now, so let's keep going. That's another cool effect. Wait, that's oh, that's cool how they did that. But I don't have it lined up properly. Lesson learned for next stream. When I have subunits like that, go ahead and merge them. They'll be easier to move and adjust if I do that, but we're not going to worry about it for this model. Is it supposed to stick up over like that? No, it's supposed to be flush. No, it is flush. Okay. I was looking at it wrong. That's a cool way that they did the dome here. Okay, so we'll call this section Gallery and save again. That building went up pretty quickly. And as usual, when we move on to a new section, we'll set up a new step. And now we're going into this back section. I think this is the bottom of the wheel now. All right. That goes there. This one goes here. I'm not sure if that bar is sticking too far out or not. But we're going to leave it as is. We can always try to adjust it later if it needs. All right. I'm almost certain this is going to be part of the wheel. Oh boy. And now I have to turn the one to meet the other. But it's not actually meeting. What's wrong here? Okay, somehow we have to get... All right. I think I see what I need to do here. Is that how they're supposed to go? That looks like the instructions so far, I think. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. But is it... We need that piece, and we're also going to need this piece. All right, that's supposed to be flush. So we're going to pull that in like that. All right. And now we need to put up another one on the other side. Oh boy. More hose work. You know what? Executive decision. We're going to build the rest of the model and then come back to finish the wheel. So at this point, I'm going to save this back section. And I'm going to call that, so remember we have to come back to page 100 even. So we're going to call this wheel 74. I'm only doing this as an efficiency measure because I'm looking at the instructions. I know that's going to be a mess to deal with. Give me one moment. All right, we're going to skip past that section. And we're going to begin building this little section next to the gallery, which I'm pretty sure is the Big Ben. Nice use of the round tiles here to simulate the gardens. That's pretty clever. I keep talking about how clever they are with the architecture series, but there's a reason I like this series so much. The toolbox is running low on pieces right now, which is a good thing. It means that other than the wheel, we might actually be getting close to finishing up with this. In fact, there's less than 100 pieces left total for us to put into here. All right, we're going to keep going. Okay, they're being really inefficient with pieces per step again. That's cool how that roof is coming together. Okay. Okay. Looks like we got another little sub build coming out here real quick. Let's see, is there another level? No, that's the last one. So let's cap it off and place it on top. All right, we keep going. Oh, fudge. These are supposed to fold in and rest against each other. They're supposed to actually touch, but fudge. How much farther do they have to go to actually touch? Another 15 degrees. This one doesn't look right. That's not what I clicked. That's as good as it's going to be. Excuse me. It's Big Ben clock time. And this piece, this brick is actually printed with one of the clocks. It only has a clock on the front, but that's okay because this piece is only meant to be displayed from the front. Still, I think that's a cool touch having the printed clock on it. Okay, it actually wants the bridge to be partially up. Apparently there's a little minimalist boat coming down the line. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and save the tower. The tower is step 96. That's nice. I'm really liking this model so far. All right, what's next? So that's an interesting piece. I have never seen this shape piece in person, ever. And I've seen many Legos over the years. I don't have any of them anymore. I mean, other than the Black Pearl and the X-Wing and the Disney Castle that you saw on the stream, those are the only 3 sets I actually own physically. From 0. So we want to take it to 45 because it's got a little X pattern going on. And now we're very low on pieces now. Very few pieces left to work with. And now we're doing the column. Maybe if I try it like this. Yeah, that worked. And then, of course, the use of a microfigure to represent the statue at the top of the column. I've always liked how architecture did the microfigure to represent statues. The microfigures were originally introduced for the line of games they did about 10 years ago, which were a series of board games that were built from Lego pieces. And it says this one is supposed to be straightforward. So like that. That's cool. And that's cool. That's a clever use of a dagger of a minifigure dagger to represent the sail of the boat. We're going to call this boat. And we're going to call this whole mess here we're going to call this column. And we're in the same step as tower, so let's move boat and column into this next group. It says this is supposed to be at an angle as well. That's good enough of an angle. Doing it at an angle, I think, shows a little movement as well. All right. So that boat was technically the final detail. So now let's save it and go back and see if we can't build this wheel. So we're going back to the wheel now. This set took, by the time we finish the wheel, we'll be at the over 2-hour mark. So this set took a lot longer than Venice. All right, let's come in the back here and work. And now we're in the back side of London. This set did do a lot more technical things than London did, though. You need a pin in front of there. And then another one of these. These are actually clear plates they're using for the wheel. That's an interesting effect that they seem to be going for here. Okay, then. We're going to flip this over. We're going to call this wheel 78. This is the basic unit for the seats. We'll take this over to the side. And we're supposed to make 2 of those. But I think what we're going to do is we need to make the hose and then attach these seats. So I'm going to set the seats over here to the side. And you saw earlier, you know how tough it is to work with hoses. And these have to be made into a circle. Shouldn't be too tough. And then we're going to take the pins onto the ends like this. And we're going to take the pin onto this end like this. And how to double flex a connector. All right, or we can just take the end here. All right. What we need to do is we need to flex this up and around. But we need to take the pins out. So we're going to make a rough half circle shape. No, I want that to be leaning correctly. Mulligan. That little loop around is going to hurt things. This could take me a little while. Stand by. Yeah, that doesn't look anything like a circle, but I need the end to be straight. Then we can work out kinks. That is not working at all. Let's try from this angle. I'm sure this is the one thing that'll be easier to do in real life Legos. That's going totally the wrong way. Let's come back up. And curve it around back towards this side. No. What I don't understand is why it keeps curving back on itself. Let's see. All right. Theoretically, they're both connected into the pin now. So if I pull this one, bring it up, and start pulling it into a circle shape, okay, but the thing is it's not moving the pin, though. That's the problem. So I think what we need to do is we need to make our circle and then attach the pin. So let's use this first hose to make a half circle. You know what? This is more trouble than it's worth. Our little display is going to be London with the eye under construction. Because I don't feel like fighting with that hose. I'm sure it's impressive when done in real life, though. So I'll leave the support in the picture for the render. So this is London at the time the eye was still under construction. So you can see the central support, but the wheel itself is not up yet. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And you know what? I am having a lot of fun with Lego, so let me see if I can pick one of the Star Wars battle packs or something for us to extend the night a little more. Let's see. Let me look through the battle packs and see if there's anything I want to do. Well, that's cool. All right, give me a moment to look through these. Jawa's a Tusken and a droid. I'm not sure what that little thing is, but that could be cool. It's got a little turret. Officers and stormtroopers. This one is missing parts. I know that for sure. This one's missing parts in the database. Here's an older battle pack. So it may actually have all the parts. Let me just keep going through these and check everything out. That one's just a speeder. Okay, that one's cool. Ooh, yes. If that one's not missing a lot of parts, that's the one we're doing. But let me just look through the rest of these and be sure that's what I want to do before I commit. That's a pretty cool one too. Let me just make sure. This one comes with a speeder and a turret. That's a cool one. But not as cool as one of the ones I've already opened up. What's going on here? Interesting. But that one... I'm going to pick shortly, though, because I am going to run out of time at some point. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's a cool heavy artillery turret. But what's the year on that? That's too new. It'll be missing all the pieces. That's an interesting one as well. See, the thing with the battle packs is they've done so many over the years that so many of the little speeders are similar. This one has a cool speeder and 2 Jedi, but the Jedi have specialized pieces. Okay, this one reminds me of the whatever. Ah, here's a battle pack based on the famous Endor scene. So yeah. I'm going to see if they have the parts for this other battle pack, though. All right. So this is how much is missing from this pack. Oof. This one's missing all the minifigure parts. We're not doing that set. You know what? Looking at this Clone Trooper battle pack, I think I actually had this one back in the day. Yeah, it looks very familiar. And the clone commander even has extra armor bits. Let's see. Let's try this one. Let's see. How many missing parts in this one? Still a lot, but these are more generic. Helmet. A face. And if it goes under the helmet. Yeah, this one's still missing a lot of pieces. All right, what about this one? What about oh, that one's missing a lot of pieces too. This is not my knight, is it? What about this one? All these battle packs are broken. Here's one that shouldn't be broken. It's older, so let's try. No broken parts. We're going to do the Battle Droid Battle Pack. So this is set 7654. And this one's only a handful of pages. So here, I'll show you the set real quick. This is what the set looks like. It's a droid transport with 4 battle droids and 3 super battle droids. We're at the 2-hour mark exactly. We should breeze through this, and then we're going to call it a night. So let's get on with our battle pack. Again, cool thing about the computer version is I can build 1 battle droid and then copy it. There we have Battle Droid 1. We'll call him BD1. And we will clone him 4 times. And then we will unlink everybody so that everybody is on their own. We'll call BD1, BD2, BD3. You should really be there in the order. and BD4. And we'll do the same with Super Battle Droids. I've never actually owned any Super Battle Droids. It's been years since they've released a Super Battle Droid, a set with Super Battle Droid minifigures. Okay, what? Hold on. Does that solve anything? It looked off to me. That's a little bit better. And we will call this guy SD1, and he gets 3 copies as well. All right, we have our figures. What's this set called again? 7654. All right. So now we get looks like we get an aerial platform from one of the troopers. It looks like it's evolved a bit since the version of the platform we did from that very early episode 1 set that we did last week. And you know what? Let's actually do this platform in step 2. And let's separate from the minifigures a little bit so we have a wide open space with which to work. Now, it's not the end of the world if a battle pack or if in a set is missing pieces. You can go through and find replacements, which is what I did on a couple of sets off camera. But I didn't want to waste stream time going through looking for replacements. So I'll only do those when I'm not streaming. Oh. can see the little plate that's supposed to go in there first. Now I can punch this in. Oh, it's supposed to be attached to the back end of this piece. Okay. There we go. That looks correct now. I can come down, grab this piece, plug it in the bottom there. And now we got to stand the whole thing up. And now we're just going to attach pieces to the top to make the little gunner area. Now that's interesting. This version actually uses the lightsaber hilt piece for the blasters on the aerial platform. So in a way, even though there's no Jedi here, their spirit is kind of represented here. All right. We'll call this, well, it's a stab. That's what it's called in Star Wars. Its official name is Star Wars Single Trooper Aerial Platform. All right, we'll stick that out of the way, and now let's do this. Let's do this transport, and then we'll set the scene for the render I'll do after stream. And setting the scene will also give you something beautiful to look at while I set up the raid. Sorry we didn't quite get to finish the London Eye. The hose just doesn't work right in the studio. I can imagine it will probably look really impressive though, if I'm able to build that in real life at some point. Okay, flip it over, see what's going on here. Okay, the underside round plates for some reason do not populate. Sorry about that, I clicked the wrong thing. For some reason, the underside round plates do not populate in the list. So I just need to come over here real quick and add them custom from this list. All right. Back top side and back to our correct list. And then we need this bracket. And we need some more of the slow pieces. And this needs to be, so we'll slide that in there. Wait a minute, it says those are supposed to be black. We used the wrong gun pieces on the aerial platform. We were supposed to use gray on those. That's okay then. We're just going to have black blasters for the droids. I don't feel like the effort to switch them, because this is technically extra, and I am now wanting to wrap stream, so we will just do it. We will just take it as is. And now we need to build a little subunit for our little transport. And then we need to do a little turntable on the bottom. No. Oh, I get it. This is, all right, let's go back to top side. And we need 2 of these. And we'll bring in the one for the other side. Oh, and this one actually uses the a non-transparent version of the lightsaber blade piece. For the guns on this side. We'll call this turret. We'll call this transport. And we will put a signifier on it because that part's not quite done. Now if we line it up just right, the turntable should sit on that. Yeah. All right, that's in good shape. So there's our little transport. And I'll leave the turret as a distinctly separate piece in case I want to turn it for the pose. So first, let's line up our droids onto the transport. He's supposed to fit inside like that, so I'm just going to turn collision off. So that's how they're lined up in the picture. Now, this guy will have to do a little more adjustments for. Well, we're going to no, we want the hands to stay fixed. All right. You know, from the front, it's not that bad looking. We'll go as is. There's our scene. And this is where we're going to call it a night. Let's see who's still around to raid. Ah, there's still a lot of people online tonight. Almost all of them musicians. But my favorite musician listed here is John Lee Music, so we're going to go to him tonight. All right, we're rating John Lee. So go enjoy his music and have a good night. Rating John Lee. Go enjoy his
So Josh is much more likely to win overall, but you might get some channel points if I manage to pull out a win here. So, who wants to gamble? You should. I think you would like it, Bunzo.